Nobody would take a bank robber seriously if they came from India. Don't you me take the 10s and 20s, put them in the bag. Don't make me to shoot you. I've got an Uzi and I'm not afraid to use it. See, you got all politically correct. You don't want to laugh at that. But the truth is, we are judged by our accents. Okay, I grew up in Brooklyn. I do not want a doctor from the old neighborhood. I don't want some guy looking at a CAT scan like, holy crap, look at the size of that frickin' Puma. I gotta yank that bad boy out. Hand me a pliers. Bad accents, that's why the Confederacy lost the Civil War. How intimidated would you have been if somebody comes up to you like, y'all are prisoners of Wawa? I don't think so, Jethro. By the way, war is a one-syllable word. I didn't get a memo detailing that extra W you decided to stick in. And you know what? I know you don't want to laugh at that Indian accent because it's not polite, but it's just very friendly. That's why people make fun of it. And you know what? It lets them get away with a lot of stuff. We don't even care that they have nuclear weapons. Do you realize that? They are screaming their heads off in the UN like, we are a nuclear superpower. Yes, you are. Who's the big bad nuclear superpower? You got a big ball. You're an evil audience for laughing at that. I blame you for my behavior. We should all go back to my house and scare the hell out of my wife. Honey, I'm home, and I brought 208 people with me, and we all want to eat. Yes. Oh, what, my turn again? You people are bringing nothing to this conversation. Getting older. Do you like getting older? No. It's all the young people that yell that out. Do you realize that? Like 25-year-old people, no, I hate it. 50-year-old guys going, bring it on. You know what I'm saying. And weird stuff happens to you when you get older. Like the other day, I yawned and I threw my back out. How miserably out of shape am I that yawning is now a strenuous activity? Consult physician before yawning. And I don't know what this peeing in the middle of the night stuff is. All I can tell you is that when I was in college, I could drink a keg of beer and sleep till noon the next afternoon. Now if I have a sip of water after 10 p.m., I need to set an alarm clock. Doctor told me to go to the gym, so I went to the gym and I got a trainer, and after one day I realized my goal at the gym is now to become fit enough to kill my trainer. Is that wrong? Is that wrong? I need him to do 10 push-ups. Die. Oh, weird stuff. I like the getting older. You know when I realized I was getting older? I could tell you the exact moment. I was laying on my couch and my leg fell asleep and I just didn't even bother waking it up. I'm there like, I ain't got no plans. You just do what you want to do. I am tired of being the boss of you. You know what's even worse? When parts of you fall asleep that you had no idea could fall asleep. Like I was driving up to Montreal, 8-hour drive, my ass fell asleep. Try getting someone you love to rub that for you at 80 miles an hour. Have you been to Montreal? You gotta go to Montreal, it's gorgeous. And the people are good. Everyone in Montreal is good. It's amazing. Men, women, everybody, gorgeous. Which is mind-boggling because not more than 30 miles away from there, in Plattsburgh, New York, the ugliest fucking human beings I've ever seen. There really are. There are genetic experiments gone awry in Plattsburgh. And meanwhile, supermodels are grazing alongside the highways. Here's how good looking they are in Montreal. I was reasonably sure they were not going to let me in the city. Like I was going to get right to the outskirts of the Beaver Mountain like, Monsieur, where are you going? Montreal? You? No. You go to Plattsburgh. They don't exactly have that cosmopolitan Montreal kind of look, you know what I'm saying? I don't even look like a comic. I look more like a cross-country trucker who murders hookers in truck stops, I know. Either that or your high school English professor that looked at you a little too longingly sophomore year, but you're all looking up like, he does. That is so scary. He looks like Mr. Dish. You're like the little audience that could but just didn't want to. Like you're sitting there like, I think I get, screw it. I do cuss every once in a while. Is that going to offend you fine people? You know why I cuss? Because you got to do it live. Can't say it on TV. You know why you can't say fuck on TV? Because they're saving it for the emergency broadcast system. That's right. Someday you're all going to hear that sound like, beep. This is not a friggin' test. Honey, but the kids in the car, I think they mean it this time. No, Ted Koppel just said a bad word. I love cursing. Know the best time to curse? In your car. Isn't that the best? Somebody cuts you off, you just let one out. You know what I'm just saying? I mean, just bellow it. You ever do this? You ever get so mad you curse so fast it's not even really a curse, you just kind of slap two words together? The other day I got cut off so bad I yelled at cocksmack. My wife was looking at me like, what the hell is a cocksmack? I don't know, but it sounds real painful, and that's what he is. Here's the really sad part. Cursing has no more impact. Isn't that sad? I don't know how old you guys are, but if you're around my age, maybe a little bit older, you probably remember a time when you cursed at somebody and it meant something. You ruined their day. Do you remember that? You'd be there like, fuck you. What did he say to me? Honey, hold my jacket. There's going to be fisticuffs. Now you curse at someone, they just look at you like you're stupid. Fuck you. Ooh. You're an asshole. And? That's why we're walking around shooting each other. We got to find a way to curse at each other again if we ever want to be a civilized society. So, I say here's what we do. We go back to biblical cursing. You with me on this? You're pissed at somebody from across the room, just point them out like, unclean! That'll turn some heads, you know what I'm saying? Let's face it, nobody cares if they're an asshole, but none of us wants to be the unclean guy. We'd all be standing there like, who, me? Oh, that skanky bastard. I appreciate the info. I will stay away from said smelly dude.